Hey guys, I wanted to record a video and share some information with you regarding a social media platform or social media site called Alignable. I had heard about this a while back. I hadn't really thought much about it or got involved in it. And but the other day I was actually had promoted an event that a couple of agents, Vince and Chandelin, they're in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And I noticed when I did a search on Google for financial education services, Fredericksburg, Virginia, that this Alignable was showing up on here as well. And this is also their Alignable profile. So and this is the first top three searches in Google. So this shows up very well under the searches. So with that being said, I went in and took a look to see what it was all about. So if you do a search for Alignable, it's going to bring you here to the site. It's free to use. I'm going to log in here and show you some of the things that you can do. That's pretty cool. And it's a great tool for this is all about local marketing. So for me, for example, I just moved here to Phoenix about 6 months ago, and I don't know everybody here yet. So in my local market here in Phoenix, there's almost 6,000 local businesses that I can connect with here initially. And I'll show you here in a minute where I can actually choose what those businesses are, and then I can reach out and connect with them. So, and that's what this platform is all about. So number one, it's a great way to connect with local businesses in your local market. So if you're trying to figure out, how to find out who those people are, this is a good place to go. And quite frankly, they're active on here. For example, and I'll show you here in a minute again, when I do a query for realtors, in my market here, they're posting events, they're posting information, so they're active real estate agents in the market. And I've put together a couple of messages that I send to them when they do connect with me here on Alignable, and then that's the initial contact, and then that will be followed up with an actual phone call. But again, this is a great way to see who those people are in your local market. So you just got to come in here. And so what I did was I set up a profile for myself. And whenever you set up a profile on, for example, a platform like this, or even on Facebook or LinkedIn, the key is completeness. You want to make sure that you complete everything on the profile, that there's information. Wherever it asks you for information, you have to put information in there, because otherwise, other people that are on this platform that you're going to be connecting with, if they come to your profile and they see an incomplete profile, then they're not going to consider you to be somebody serious in business. So if you're going to do it, sit down, make sure that you do it. It doesn't take a long time to set up. Okay, so again, and it's free to use. So I've already got 150 connections in my local market, a couple of recommendations, information about me, the business, promoted an upcoming event. We have an SOS coming here in Phoenix this weekend, one-day training. So I've connected with a lot of real estate people and some other people as well, and I was able to post this event on here. And what it'll do is it'll send that to the people that I'm connected with. Okay, so they get notified that I posted an event, which is pretty cool. I also have on here some information on products and services. And the other cool thing is that you can put links in these posts. Okay, now a lot of these types of platforms, if you will, they don't allow that. So in here I've got a link, so I'm talking about the protection plan. I've just got a picture up here of a family on the beach, which I don't know if I'm going to keep that picture or not, but you can put up whatever image you want. I've got some information in here, and then there's a link in here, which I believe is to my FES Connect. So people can come to your profile here in Alignable and look at your products and services. And if they're interested, they can click on the link and come over here, and it'll bring them right to your FES Connect page. So that's pretty cool. You can also share this Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn. There's a like button for it as well. It's set up very similar to Facebook, with a difference. Difference being the community that's in here is all business owners in the local market. Now you can find other businesses in other marketplaces by searching, but the idea here is, again, to connect with those people in your local marketplace. There's plenty of business in your local market. So my suggestion would be to do that. Use this as a platform to do that, to find out who those people are in your local market that you want to connect with. So I also have some information in here on the rent reporting that I'm using at this moment until FES releases theirs, which we should be hearing about pretty soon. So I've got the products on there. I've got, there's a gallery here as well. And I've got the Arizona team members on there. I've got some recommendations from Camelback Ford, Bay Lake Realty, this company here in New Orleans. And then I also have businesses that, these are businesses that I have recommended. And then I've got a couple that have recommended me. So these two here. Now I also have, if you have a Facebook business page, you can connect that in here and it'll actually show the feed when you post something in that Facebook business page. For example, I have my business page set up. Every time I post there, it'll automatically show up in the feed here as well. So anybody coming to your profile will see that. And the cool thing is that it's also going to include any links that you put in those posts in Facebook as well. And this link here was check out my personal invite. You can RSVP at this link. Seating is limited. So this was a link to where somebody could reserve to go to see a live overview that we were doing here in Phoenix. So that's pretty cool because, again, you get that Facebook feed in here as well, and it just updates information. You can also have a link to here to another site if you like. Right now I again have this linked to, at this moment, to my what do I have this link to? FES Connect page as well. So because this is primarily a platform where there's businesses on there, I'm not per se promoting my business right up front, okay? Because there are real estate agents in here, there's other entities, so I'm promoting the product here primarily. And while I'm promoting the product, as I'm talking to people, I'll find people within that group that are people that I can talk to about the business opportunity as well. But again, because this is a business platform, business-to-business platform, I'm promoting the product just like everybody else is promoting their products here. Okay, so let's go over here and take a look at, and I'm just getting familiar with this site as well. So if you decide to use this tool, and you discover something that's cool, that's working for you, whatever, let me know, please, so that we can obviously let everybody else know. I'm trying to, okay, hang on here. I'm going to go back to the home page. All right, so now on the home page here, I can actually click on the local businesses here. And then what that's going to do is it's going to allow me as well to select nearby towns. So I have Glendale, Levine, Mesa, Paradise Valley, Peoria, all the major towns that are around Phoenix or in Phoenix. Now I can also select by category: accountants, architects, and it'll tell you how many profiles there are that are under that category. So you can scroll through here and see, target who you want to target, who's the best fit for your product. Now, obviously, if I take a look down here under real estate, I'm going to see real estate. There's 20 under that category, 20 under real estate services. Under realtors, there's 304. If I take a look under financial services, there's 40. That could be lenders. I think there's one on here for banks as well. Yeah, I've got banks here. There's auto dealers on here as well. So again, these are all obviously businesses that would utilize our services, right? So let's go down here and take a look at, I'm going to go back to the real estate realtors, and it says there's 304 realtors that are in the system here. So some of them I've already connected with, and it's very simple. You just select the connect button. Some of them are not set up to be able to connect with. And what happens is it gives you an opportunity to send them a message. So again, I'm targeting my local market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a message that says, hey, I'd like to connect with you on Alignable. We're in the same neighborhood, and I'd like to meet with you. Okay. Now you can customize this, and I'm going to do that. Would you be open to meeting? Question mark. Or I could say, would you be open to a quick phone conversation? Okay. So I'm going to test this out. I'm going to try a couple different things. I may send some with the meeting. I may send some that say, would you be open to connecting on the phone? Would you be open to a brief phone intro? There we go. I like that because that's not, we don't have to meet yet at this point. Certainly, based on the phone conversation, then obviously that's the next step. All right, so I'm going to submit that. And hey, we'll see what happens, okay? ABI multifamily, apartment brokerage, family brokerage. I'm going to send them a message. On some of these, if it's an individual, I might customize the invite to them, but if it's a company per se, I'm just going to send the generic message. I could actually create a couple of different messages, which I've done, and I'm going to show those to you here in a minute in terms of responses when somebody accepts your connection, what you can send back to them to create an opportunity to perhaps meet with them or and expose some information to them, okay, being the product primarily at this point. So you can see some of these have been sent, some have responded back, because like I said, I think I have about 150 connections, but you can go through, obviously you see what we're doing here, you can go through and pick whatever category you want, connect with them. Now, once you connect with them, you're going to see a little bell up here. There's an 8 on there, and let me go here. Those are where my message is at, and I can go to all notifications, and it'll tell me what's going on here. Somebody recommended me, SGB Media Group, and I'm assuming that obviously the more connections you have, the more recommendations you have, those types of things, the more activity, the more visible you're going to be on this platform. Okay, so there's value in connecting with people, obviously, besides the fact that you're going to meet with them, but recommending other and connecting with other business partners on here. I mean, there may be some people that maybe they're not in a category that you would, pursue them. They're not a primary category in terms of meeting. You may put a recommendation in there for them. They may recommend you back. That's all good stuff that's going on. Okay. So what I'm trying to find here, give me 1 second. All right, so I'm going to go to my messages here, and I'm going to say see all. And okay, so for example, it sent me a message saying that Kathy accepted your invite. Kathy connected to you. I'm not sure who Kathy is or what she does. Okay, so usually if they don't have some type of photo or something up here, you're not gonna, you may or may not know who they are or what they do. Let's see. So this one here, let's see if this one here. This guy has a photo here. Excuse me. Oh, that was actually a question that I sent to them. Okay, so let's come down here. SBG Media Group. Thanks for connecting with me. Let me know how I can help. I love supporting local businesses. We're stronger together. I want to come down here to. Okay, so this is one from a Home Smart Realtor. And Hector is connected with you. It doesn't look like a Hector, but. So what I've done is I have created, and these are in the team share folder, some responses to send back to them. And I'm working on these, and again, if you have a better idea or something, a message that's working for you, please let us know so that we can share it with everybody, because we're all working our local markets anyway, and there's enough out there for everyone. So here's a message for real estate agents. Here's a one for just general businesses, like maybe somebody that's not in a credit related industry. Here's one for banks. Here's one for mortgage companies. I'm going to come up with a few more. But the one with the real estate. So real estate professionals, hello, and then you put your name in there. It says, it's a pleasure connecting with you here on Alignable. What an awesome platform and a great way to connect with businesses and professionals. I'd love to learn more about your business. How long have you been a real estate agent? Are you a buyer's agent or listing agent? Do you work with first-time home buyers? Do you like what you do? You want to ask questions. Ask them questions. People like to talk about themselves. So see if you can create a conversation. I'd like to share with you how I've been helping some people achieve home ownership over the last 13 years. And then it says I represent a company called Financial Education Services. And we've been in the market for 13 years. Our program helps clients build their credit and get control over their finances. This is a great program for someone that may have some credit challenges, or someone looking to maximize their credit score and gain control over their personal finances. Here is information on our program for you to review. And then I have a link there for her. Again, I appreciate the opportunity to connect with you. If you have any questions or would like to connect further, please feel free to call. And I will, follow up with her. I'm going to send her this message initially. And then what I will do in a few days I'm going to paste that in there. I will give her a call or give Hector a call. Hit enter. So when you put it in here, the information, you're going to have to come in here and fix this a little bit. Just do your spacing in here. And I'm going to be working on this message. I already see something that I don't like. And obviously make sure you put your name and phone number in your message that you're sending out. And don't forget to put their name in here. And this was Hector. And Hector may be the person that's managing this system for that real estate company. I don't know. All right, so now I'm going to send that. And here's what it looks like. And again, that link is clickable. So when she goes in there, when Hector goes in there and sees the message, they can click on the link and that will take them to, it opens up another tab. And then that takes them to the My FES Connect page. Obviously, your message will take them to your FES Connect page, and then they can do whatever they're going to do. If they're interested, they can fill out a form. They can click to get started now, or they can watch the video. So again, you're exposing, the product. And once you do that, you can see what happens. It removes the blue dot from that person that you've responded to. So when you come back in here, you'll see them all at the top, I believe, because you've already sent them a message. I'm going to refresh this page here. Yep. So Heather's now at the top of the list here. So now I know that I've already sent her a message, and there might be some other things I can do to interact with her. As well over to her profile. I don't know yet. Certainly if she posts anything, I could probably like her listings and that thing, just to kind of connect with her. Okay, but this is the initial message, and then again, you'd want to follow up with a phone call in the next couple of days. She's here on Alignable. She's here marketing her business, right? So she's connecting with people. So that's what it's all about. So for you to call them and say, hey, Hector, this is Mark. I'm connected with you on Alignable. Just wanted to give you a phone call and chat for a moment. Is this a good time? Okay, and then you can have a conversation with them about, hey, what are you doing with customers that can't get approved to purchase a home? Do you have what do you do with those people? You have people that can't qualify for a new home purchase, and then take the conversation, go into the scripts and take the conversation from there. But again, the thing that I like about this is the fact that I'm able to come on here and again, the real estate agents that are on here, it's a great way to find out who they are in my area. And certainly some of them are active because I see them posting information, and I can connect with them, send them a message. They're in my market, so I can set up an appointment to go in and talk with them. Certainly have a phone conversation with them. And just expose yourself. Just expose the information. We have a way that a real estate agent can close an additional 3-5 deals a year or more. And how do we know that? Because I have real estate agents that are doing that are actually utilizing the program, putting people into the program, and real estate agents and mortgage professionals. And then 6 months later, some a year later, some sooner, are able to buy a home. So you have the ability to connect with them and share with them how they can close, even if it's 3 more transactions. Okay? That's huge for them. That's a big, big deal. And you just have to help them to understand how they can do that with no additional work. I mean, they're not doing anything other than referring that client to you. You're doing all the work. Okay? The company's doing the work, but you're talking with the client. You're getting the client enrolled. You're setting them up with the real estate agent with the referral link so they can go in and check on them from time to time. You know, maybe you're following up with them. Maybe you're following up with a client just to make sure that they get back to that real estate agent so that he'll send you more deals. Okay. So a great platform again. You don't have to spend a lot of time on here. Once again, the initial thing is getting your profile set up. Make sure that if you do it, you do it completely, okay, before you start connecting with people, because if you don't, then it's not going to work, okay? Go through all the steps. It's not that hard to set up. Make sure you put a banner up here. Make sure you put a picture, just like you're supposed to on your website. Have on your website, on your FES, myFES.net username website. Make sure you have a picture up there. All right, guys, so once you get your profile set up, one thing that you absolutely want to do, and this is a great way to, again, expose, passive expose, if you will, your business and the product. So what you're going to do is, again, once you get your profile complete, you want to come down to this invite now and click on that. And what I've done is I've actually invited all of my LinkedIn connections, as well as all of anybody that's in my Gmail account. Okay, so that'll bring, when you click on that button, invite now, it's going to bring you to this page here. So if you have a LinkedIn account, you want to go ahead and click on the LinkedIn button. Now, what happens is that with LinkedIn, you actually have to request a download. So there's a link up here. You're going to go to that link, and it'll bring you to this page. And I did the fast file only. This includes connections, contacts, recommendations, messages, profile information, experience, education, projects. Okay, so I don't really know the difference between these two, but I did this here, which worked fine. And then you just select request archive. And what it'll do is and it took about maybe, I don't know, I want to say maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then there was a link that came up, or something that came up there so that I could download that file. And then so it created what we call a CSV file that you could download. And then what you'll do is you'll come over here to your Alignable and just select upload file, and then select that file wherever it is that you download it to. Perhaps you downloaded it to your desktop, for example, okay? And then you would just select whatever that file is and upload it. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you connect to your Gmail. Though this is a little bit easier. And it'll go through a process of authenticating your email client and matching you with businesses. So let it do what it does. What'll happen is once that's done, it'll send out an invite to connect with you on Alignable. So once you do that, what you'll see is when you come into your My Network, under Invite, you're going to see your address book. For example, this is my Gmail account, and this is my LinkedIn account. And it's already invited. I'm not sure what this number represents, because I know it imported a lot more from LinkedIn. But I think what it does is it sends out messages well, here it's telling me it's found 221 businesses you already know. And it's got a list of them, I believe, down here. And then I'm going to say add all your contacts. I'm going to select that because I want to invite through my address book, through my LinkedIn. I want to connect with those people. And I can also come through and select individually, which I have not done. I'm just doing the bulk invite. So this is a great way passively, again, to connect with those people that you're connected with in LinkedIn and that you have in your Gmail account. And so you want to make sure that you do that, so people, again, know what you do, right? All right, cool. So that's what I have for you today, and hopefully that helps, and we'll be talking again soon.